13 The Simpsons predictions for 2023 that will give you chills. For as long as humans have existed, people have attempted to predict the future. Nostradamus, the Mayans, Miss Cleo, may she rest in peace. They've all taken their chances, and failed, at predicting what will happen in our lifetimes. Most notably, we appear to be missing the end of the world, which we hope will come soon and swiftly. But maybe we were looking in the wrong place. If any one entity is likely to correctly predict our demise, it is the long-running animated series The Simpsons. For more than 3 decades, the show has thrived thanks to a devoted audience invested in the antics of Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie. The catch is that, despite many of its storylines being ridiculous beyond belief, they are later replicated in real life. It's up to you to decide whether that's strange, unconscious manifestation or clairvoyance, but it's impossible to look at The Simpsons and not feel a little uneasy about how spot on the Fox show seems to be about what's to come. Even creepier, the show appears to be getting it right more and more. It's a little sad that something you put in a show as a joke because it was so ridiculous came true, longtime Simpsons showrunner Al Jean told Esquire shortly after Trump was elected president. Here's a look at some of their biggest hits. Keep an eye on The Simpsons for updates on everything from tiger attacks to Trump's presidency. Those who prepare through an animated TV series are wise. A TikTok video titled Simpsons Predictions for 2023 that will give you chills went viral recently. 13 Simpsons predictions that have not come true. But certainly could. 1. Hover cars. Professor Frink invented a machine in 2005 that allowed Bart and Lisa to see into their future, such as 2013. Marge left Homer after he squandered their savings on an underwater house and then spent the rest on a hover car. The ride is rough, it's a prototype, but it gets them through a quantum tunnel. How close is that vision to becoming a reality? Renault developed the Float concept car in 2017, which could move in any direction without turning. Tesla's Hyperloop train design incorporates the same technology. 2. Mind control through music. A 2001 episode of The Simpsons called New Kids on the Block terrified parents with its plot, which had Bart and his friends in a new band that was unknowingly a PSYOPs project by the Navy Department to feed children with subliminal messages in the music. Their biggest hit, Dropped a Bomb, which may end up in the Rap Simpsons predictions that came true story sooner rather than later, as many people believe hip-hop lyrics brainwash. 3. Virtual reality food. The Simpsons return to the future, this time to 2030, where Homer and Marge ate virtual fudge through VR glasses and feeding tubes. Although you'd think the virtual, no-calories thing would have helped the junk food junkie patriarch lose weight, it didn't. Royal Caribbean is considering offering their cruise line guests a VR dining experience, in which each bite of food transports you to a different location. Food scientists at Cornell University discovered that cheese tasted good when consumed in a pleasant VR environment. 4. Colonization of Mars. Marge is irritated when Lisa volunteers for a future one-way trip to Mars. So she volunteers to accompany her. In fact, in an attempt to dissuade Lisa, the entire family signs up. The goal of Exploration Incorporated's expedition is to colonize Mars before 2026, which has been pushed up to the end of the week. The takeoff fails, but Lisa and Marge arrive on Mars in 2051, only for Lisa to declare her desire to relocate to Venus. SpaceX, led by Elon Musk, is currently developing Mars-bound cargo flights for as early as 2022, but fully colonizing Mars would necessitate an out-of-this-world budget. 5. Hologram Mail. In another glimpse into the future, a slacker Bart receives a hologram message hiring his band for a club gig. The booking ended with "smell ya later," instead of the traditional goodbye. HD3 holograms, a 3-sided holographic display case, are already available for use in stores and have been installed in over 500 Best Buy locations. Is hologram mail a possibility? Maybe. But one thing is certain, it will not be cheap. 6. Suppression of green energy. Lisa invents a solar-powered car to race in the Alternative Energy Derby in the 582nd episode of The Simpsons, only for the Duff blimp to block out the sun, causing her vehicle to stop dead inches from the finish line. Strange coincidence or a message about a large corporation, Duff, sabotaging the advancement of green, renewable energy for corporate gain? 7. Large-scale environmental disaster. The Simpsons movie takes a massive environmental disaster that could very well happen and fixes it in the most implausible way possible. In the 2007 film, Homer dumps pig feces into Springfield Lake, which is already dangerously polluted, causing an environmental disaster. To keep the town's contamination at bay, the president envelops Springfield in a massive glass dome. Is it possible? Deadly levels of contaminated water? Yes, absolutely. And it has done so numerous times. 8. First foreign-born president. After the aforementioned disaster, the US president who ordered the construction of a massive dome over Springfield was, wait for it, President Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes, the former California governor has some political experience, but the Constitution states that no person except a natural-born citizen, or a citizen of the United States, at the time of the adoption of this Constitution, shall be eligible to the office of president. However, there is wiggle room. 9. Ivanka Trump runs for president in 2028. In a 2016 episode of The Simpsons, Homer wore a Ivanka 2018 campaign button, implying that the first daughter, Ivanka Trump, would run for the highest office in the land. In 2017, they mocked Ivanka again by celebrating her father's 100th day in office with an episode in which she replaced Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the Supreme Court while wearing a robe and earrings from her collection that could be purchased for 1,000 rubles. It is possible that Ivanka will run for president, and while there are preferred qualifications for a Supreme Court justice, the Constitution makes no such requirement. 10. ABC merges with several networks. In a flashback to Lisa's wedding day, a news broadcast revealed that ABC had merged with a couple of other major television networks to form CNN-CBS. TV networks, film studios, and production companies have been merging all over the place in recent years, so anything is possible. On the other hand, the same episode claimed that Fox had gradually evolved into a hardcore sex channel. So there you have it. 11. Robots take over. The Simpsons predicted mass automation in 2012, with robots taking many human jobs, which many believe is already happening, but a robot coup was mentioned much earlier. The family visited a theme park manned by robots that go off the rails and kill everyone in a 1994 episode of Itchy and Scratchy Land. Jürgen Schmidhuber, dubbed the father of artificial intelligence, believes that AI superintelligence will usher in a period of rapid technological advancement and profound social change in just 30 years. 12. Big Ben goes digital. The 1995 episode Lisa's Wedding cast a look into the future, as in 2010, when she was in love with a Brit. During a visit to England to see his parents, he noticed that the famous clock tower had a new look to the face of Big Ben, digital display. It reappeared 17 seasons later, next to Street Beatles Cathedral, in the episode Holidays of Future Past. Big Ben's chimes have been silent for over a year and will not resound until 2021 due to repairs, but will they go digital? 13. Bigfoot is real. Homer is mistaken for Bigfoot after falling into mud while camping with the gang and is captured by scientists for observation. But it was Bart who first saw the real Sasquatch in 2002, as he exited a bus in Canada. Okay, so maybe we're exaggerating when we say Bigfoot could be real. Then again, maybe we're not.